Alright, hello everyone, welcome back. In the last episode we went to streets and made a fun time, and the only thing I couldn't get was that one camera on the extract because it was just too close to the middle. And that's fine, it is what it is. So I did double check, like over the weekend I had, like you'll notice my money's gone up a little bit. I have been just basically popping in, not like, you know, religiously or anything, just every so often, and you know, grabbing the physical Bitcoin. Thanks, Brain. I totally appreciate it. And just basically sort of selling it. I sold a couple to therapists. I sold a few to Peacekeeper for some USD. So in the hideout, I don't think there's anything that needed to be built. But we got an air filtration unit that I just put it because it was closest to where my mouse was. Alright, so that'll give us some extra skill percentage, which is really nice. The library just gives us a flat percentage, and then this is going to sound really stupid, but honestly, I went into the dog tags. I did not realize they had to be USEC. If you're a bear, they have to be USEC dog tags, and if you're a USEC, they have to be bear dog tags to get the most combat. Because if you put dog tags of your own faction, it doesn't actually provide any combat percentage, which is interesting. I did actually upgrade this to level 2, so there is a second mannequin, but otherwise not too much has been done. See, I didn't run another one of these. Now, I did check, and someone said online for the scav case that in order to, I'm not sure if this is still valid, but this is what I could tell. So the moonshine is the best for getting missing cap items. The intelligence folder is really good at getting keys and tech items, but if you want the most likely profit, you go for the 95,000 rubles. So I'll just chuck one of those in. We'll see how that goes. I don't know if there was anything else I needed to go over, other than I think you guys have seen, I've got a money case because the wallet wasn't quite cutting it. I do have a moonshine sitting around, and how much is that worth? A lot, actually. I mean, the thing is, I don't really need the money anymore because I have that solid production of Bitcoin. Now this can get better because it's level 3, but I need solar power 1, and in order to get solar panel 1, I have to get max level Peacekeeper, and obviously he's a little bit behind. But otherwise, I think we're missing what? The gear rack level 3, which is max level ragman and a bunch of other stuff. Not that that really matters. Am I missing anything? I think, oh, the intelligence center. I just need to get my hands on a GPS unit. I'm not sure where I would get that from, but if I could figure it out, that'll help a little bit. I believe the weapon rack also needs an upgrade, but we're pretty close to, I think, maxing this unless there's something I'm missing. So quickly do a gym. First to find the cat. And we pet the cat for good luck, if he would like to stop moving for a second. Cat, please. Please, I just want to pet. The cat knew and has guided me to the gym. Thank you, great cat, for reminding me. Good cat. Time to work out. Thank God it's only left click and there's no like right click mixed in. Although that would be pretty funny. Oh no. Oh, we're gonna have a bad day today. I'm calling it now. Thank God I didn't break my arm. Oof. That was literally painful. How are we doing for our skills? Level 9 strength and level 11 endurance is pretty good. Our metabolism is looking quite good. The vitality is still not very good. Immunity is truly a thing. I don't really know how it works. Assault rifles should not surprise me. We're level 6 because we use it the most often. But anyway, here's our gear. We're going into reserve, where we have quite a few missions to do. And hang on, so we have find a food storage, look around for some armored vehicles, kill 12 scavs of suppressed weapons, which is why I'm bringing what I'm bringing. Find an unpowered secret exit, find some medical records, take out 10 scavs in underground. If I can, I can. If not, I'm not too worried. And the bunker part 1, which is go somewhere in the basement and figure everything out. I did a couple gunsmiths because, like, I literally got sort of lost in the thought. It's almost hypnotic sometimes when you're in that groove making these. And I just made a bunch. So I don't remember what the last gunsmith we did on video is, but either we're going to get it done this episode, or we'll get it done at the start of the next episode. So let's head into reserve at 1:25 in the afternoon. I'll see you guys inside. Okay, so where did it put us? Actually, you know what? Not terrible place. Man, I haven't been in reserve in a long time. But hopefully, for the I do have a bit of that muscle soreness. But I wonder if I did one of the gym workouts earlier and completely forgot that I did. Which, quite frankly, wouldn't surprise me. Did I mention I haven't been to reserve in a while? Oh, so I just have to walk over to it, or what do I have to do? These are useful to have. Actually, I will take this, and this one's actually pretty decent. Said to inspect it. What, I have to jump onto it, or? I'm not sure what I need to do for this. This is a stupid place to be checking. Oh, I do have to mark them. I knew something was wrong. It didn't make sense that you just have to walk up to them. Well, that's unfortunate. But it's not the end of the world. I mean, I can do this, figure out kind of where they are, get some bearings, and plus, I feel like, well, one, there's a lot of explosions going on, but two, and like, we're probably not going to get enough enemies to get all the suppressed kills and everything. Ooh. It is a little bit unfortunate, because, I mean, the marking stuff is not that hard. I do kind of wish the game told me ahead of time. Because, I mean, this is not a very difficult mission to kind of do. Right? Like, marking stuff is whatever. And the thing is, with the Sane's AI mod, very cool mod. Very cool mod. But it obviously, you know, anyone who's used to have scavs function in this game, as well as sort of their spawning patterns, you'll know it's a little hard to adjust, because I kind of wish it was just for the PMCs and not for the scavs as well, so it could truly be like, you know, as a like the live experience. But I mean, it is sort of what it is. Do I even bring like a camera? So I do have a camera, because there is a reference in front of me somewhere. And there's a lot of stuff to do here, huh? I'm not going to focus too much on the revision, because it doesn't really matter that much. Not 100% sure what I'm here for. Some sort of file, I understand, but I don't know where the reference is. It might be upstairs? It's like over here somewhere. Man, I wish I brought a flashlight. Note to self. Put a flashlight on my helmet. Look at USEC out here somewhere. Blood set. So this is probably the room they want. There it is. Oh, it is a locked door. There's probably also a locked door over here. Some toilet paper. Probably this one. Yep. I don't even know if I need these. I probably don't. There it is. Now, I would imagine the reference might be in the basement. I feel like if it's on the roof, it's a little bit too high up for this. But it might be. Doesn't necessarily make sense, though. There's a lot going on visually in this map. Ah. Mortars, potentially? I think it's in the basement. It's not in the basement. Let's not go down there. It's a silly place. Man, there's a lot of shooting going on right now. Let's take a look to see. Just a reference. Two-chair riddle, possibly? You know what? That doesn't matter. Go to the conscripts. I'm not seeing any chairs. Ooh. A health kit. Ooh. That's very loud. I like that we're 16 minutes into recording. And I've walked around a single building, and spent a not insignificant amount of time in the menu. Looks like everything else needs to be done in the basement. Because anything that's up here on this floor is either mark it. It's just basically find the vehicle and mark it. A lot of broken walls. Safe corridor and reserve are in the other bunker section. Back door is D2. Really kind of wish I brought that flashlight now. Problem is I don't know this map very well at all. Because even back when it was, you know, came out, the few times I played it with my friends, we didn't get all that much, like, I personally didn't end up down here very much. Because my computer at the time had a really bad, really hard time running this map. What does this do? There's a switch here somewhere. According to the map, at least. Oh, it turns on the lights down here. Cool. Basically, I have to head out this way towards the D2 exit for that mission. It's a little bit disconcerting that I heard all that gunfire earlier. I saw one guy somewhere. We're headed the right way. And I know because it says up on the wall. All that gunfire, and we saw one dude outside and that was it. And these are a lot of doors here. This is a kind of sad loot run so far. You have to open the door. I don't know what the thing on the top right with the 5.8% mean. For back door, do I actually have to use it? Oh, I have to take that exit. He wants... You know what? I'm tempted to take that exit and just sort of reset with some more markers, so I might do that. just in case. I mean, I doubt the AI will follow me out here. But at least I get a little bit of something done. So I'm gonna very quickly, like I'll just cut this out, but I'm very quickly gonna turn in those missions and then go back in. So I'll see you guys inside reserve again, but with the stuff I need. Okay, so that took a little bit longer than I thought it was going to, but I did remember the markers. Couldn't find a flashlight that would fit on my top rail. I mean, in all honesty, I could swap out the rail. What I ended up getting was this Ronin helmet because I needed a little bit more money from, or spent on Painter, and he had this helmet. I bought it, and he also had black night vision when he got it to the max level, and I was like, yeah, no. Why not? So I ended up spending a little bit of money on that. But I mean, like, again, money is sort of whatever at this point, right? Interesting. Get some interesting looking parts here. But the most important part, if you will, sort of forgive so many use of that word, is we've got a pretty decent spawn. And you know, even if we just kind of go in and mark a couple things and then skedaddle, that's also fine too. Because obviously we don't want to waste our time, but at the same time, like, there's nothing that says we have to be here and just finish everything up in one go, right? And I think there's some, like, I seem to have this weird fixation lately with, like, oh, I have to get everything done in one run. I have to, you know, do 6 or 7 missions in one go. No. I think I'm going about that the wrong way. Because obviously, you know, I don't want to be wasting my time. This is true. But I also don't want to be sitting here like, if I don't get anything done, then I'm, you know, failing. Like, it's a complete failure of a mission. Like, the last run I just went on, there wasn't very much that happened, but I got, like, a bunch of subtasks done. And admittedly, I probably should have paid a bit more attention to the mark quest, because I vaguely remember reading it needed marking, right? Like those, the armored vehicles. But if you look at the objective, it just said to find and inspect the vehicles. It said nothing about marking them. But the weird part again is, I don't know where because I went over it again, right? Like his text, flavor text above it. And I don't think he said anything about marking the vehicles. Just basically go up to him and check them out. So, I don't know if, like, I had this weird vision of, like, somebody else's memories or something, because I'm pretty sure, I mean, I doubt I saw it on the wiki. It's possible that I saw it on the wiki and just didn't register that I read it on the wiki. Sorry, I'm just looking. There are vehicles over to my left. I think there was a T90, but he doesn't want that marked. He doesn't want that marked. What? How many of these things does he want marked? I gotta check, because something doesn't see it. That seems very silly. He only wants some of them marked. Why are you this way? Okay, there's also usually some decent loot up there, and there's an extraction up there, on the cliffside. If you have a Red Rebel ice pick, was it an ice pick or a climbing pick? I don't remember what the game calls it specifically. Now there is someone over here. I'm hearing bushes move. Did I drop him? Oh. Oh, just look at that. He had a Thor armor, which I can't carry with me because obviously I'm wearing an armored rig that he hit. He did a good chunk of damage to it. I wonder what ammo he's got. Ooh, that's actually useful. Like, it's worth a good chunk of change. The thing is, like, I'm saying this, like, again, money. I want to know, what is this? Is this a reference? Again, I'll just probably Google that later and figure that out. There's some stuff around the chess piece places. And if I go on this road and follow it all the way to the right, there is other stuff that I could actually work on. And I do have to go under the train for the food storage towards the hermetic bunker door. So I'm wearing the helmet. You're not supposed to be able to wear headphones under it, but the game is letting me for some reason. And you know what? I'm not going to complain too much. It's kind of some of the things that are going, like, I don't know if it's the mods interacting very oddly with each other or what. Do I have to mark this? I do. Why is the planting on it very funky? Or is it if you're too close? Please let me know. I believe, like, my theory is I'm standing too close to it, which is very possible. I thought I was not going crazy. That is somebody standing at the... That was kind of weird. A man standing out there in the distance. And the best part is, if I do need to swap over to the other weapon for whatever reason, it is suppressed. I actually am going in here for the purpose of checking this. Because I know I grabbed it, but I didn't actually look into it. So he's got all his magazines in here. Yeah, I thought I heard weird muffled noises. And I did, and that's because people are shooting in the bunker below me, which I kind of need to go to. Oh. I can see someone is shooting at me, but I don't know where they are. There you go. Trying to figure it out based on the noise, and where the angles he's able to shoot at me from. So if you ever see me kind of walking around in like almost weird circles, when like in front of windows like that, if I'm getting shot, that's not because I'm necessarily trying. I mean, obviously I want to take cover, yes, but I'm also trying to determine who is shooting at me, like roughly what direction to look at from. And that's going to be based on over here. It's not down here specifically, but this is for other stuff. There's a light. I have night vision. I don't know how it's going to look, so we'll give it a shot. Ooh, hopefully that's not too bad. I do have a laser, and it is IR, so hopefully the AI can't see it, but AI likes to cheat in most video games, so it wouldn't surprise me if they could. Very green. Hopefully this doesn't look horrendous. Man, he took a lot of shots. And that was a PMC, because of course. Dave Corridor wants me to take out scavs down here. I'm blinded by that guy's flashlight. Oop, yeah, I saw him. That's one. Pretty sure I saw somebody else over there. Just in case, this is what it looks like without the night vision. An AUG, which is looking pretty interesting. I'm going to take that, though. Everything else, not super interested. I might take his pistol for the sake of it. He is carrying a bunch of stuff on him. I wish I could... Ooh, sledgehammer. Don't really need much in terms of loot, in all honesty. And I finally rebound the buttons for dropping things quickly. That's good. So it's now shift left click instead of delete. And I just did that for personal preference. Because, like, if you think about it, it's left control, or control left click for moving things, alt right click for equipping things, or alt left click for equipping things quickly, right? So it just kind of made sense to put shift left click for a quick delete or quick discard instead of like the old slow way. At least to me it made sense. Yes. This is probably that Blitz guy that got killed. Because he's got no gun. If he has AUG magazines, we know for a fact that this is like the guy. Right? That the other guy has his magazine. Or has his gun. Yep. And did he have good ammo? His ammo is actually not too bad. I will take it. I'll take, actually just take his mags with me so I could repack them when I'm not sitting in the open of a large underground cavern. But we'll check. Ooh, he's got an AA-12. I don't mind the weapon spread, that's sort of whatever. I wonder how much it's worth. Take those magazines. How large is this? It's pretty big. And now I'm so used to hitting the delete button. I don't know if that will fit. Yeah, I didn't think so. It's big. Oh, it must be it might be too long. Might be the issue. It's a little annoying. Drop those. Nope. So again, so used to that. You know what? I'll just drop that. It's fine. Take the shotgun. Hopefully it's worth a good amount. These other things, this is kind of broken, so I'm not really interested. The Desert Eagle might be worth a chunk. That's definitely worth a good chunk. We can go check the guy down here. Not that this matters or anything, but this is being recorded day of. That's almost out. It should be 12 gauge, so I should, if I can find someone dead with a 12 gauge. Ooh, I didn't even notice that. If I find somebody dead with a 12 gauge, then we can get some stuff from them. This is not good. It's not good at all. I might as well get the energy out of it, because like I'm dehydrated already, so what does it matter if I lose hydration from this? I'm gonna start losing health over time. That one was full, and there's this weird glitch in the game where if you move something that's full, what ends up happening, like a magazine that's full, is it will, for some bizarre reason, tell you that the magazine is full. I don't know why that is. Is this good ammo? Just out of curiosity. Oh, they're rip rounds. They're not amazing. They're, oof. Yeah, there's the dehydration.
Water. I need some water.
That's silly. I mean, I say silly, but like, obviously they're going to have something like that in the game. Where if you need water, why wouldn't they have voice lines? I might have some of the keys down here. I don't even know if I could shoot the door open because they're full metal. Ooh. I was going to say earlier that it seems really weird that they're going to get, well, it's like, wow, they want you to take out 10 people, like 10 scavs while you're down here. But I mean, we've already taken out 4, so... And I need to get into these things, or I need somebody with some hydration. I'm carrying a lot. I'm saying that because my energy is going up pretty slow. Or it might be because I am dehydrated that I am being affected by it. Anybody has a beverage, please. There's another Ripper Hunter. Sure, again, you know, if I'm already dehydrated... Aha. Thank you, Mr. W. Shanka Man. I believe immunity experience comes from suffering from negative effects. So like, you know, being in pain, being dizzy, which all that, or any sort of debuff like that. If you see on the top left, there's the little, there's like a green health symbol and there's a red health symbol. Anytime I'm under the effect of a red health symbol, I think slowly increases my, what is this? Sorry, it slowly increases my skill for that. So it's kind of good to know that every time I'm stuck with that, I get experience for something, right? So. I don't really care about the 50 AE very much. Honestly, pleasantly surprised that we got quite a few scavs in here. And I'm sure if I stuck around for a bit, we'd probably get more of them. But we have other things to do. Again, hopefully it's not too bad that everything is green. I kind of wish they had white phosphorus instead, but it is what it is. And I'll turn off the laser, even though it is IR. It would not surprise me in the slightest that the AI would be able to see it. Reference. But it must be on the outside of this building. Oh, yeah, that'll be it. It's the 2-chair problem. The texture on my knee pad is very, very not textured. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it seems a little bit low poly. There are definitely some lessons, I guess, like habits you probably form playing, not just, oh, there's a guy up there, I saw him. Behind the, I think that's a Tunguska. Yeah, there's some habits you could probably form playing PvE and SPT that are probably not very conducive when if you're actually playing pro. What? if you're playing, you know, live Tarkov. Because in PvP, there is no way in hell that I'm walking down the street like this healing. Like, I'm going into a building to heal up. So after this episode is recorded, and probably while I'm aiming, please. Oh, nope. Yeah, that's the guy over at that anti-air. Pot shots at me, I'm sure. Somewhere over there. I was going to say, while I'm just sort of going through my inventory, what I will probably end up doing is turning off the post FX. So that way, in the next episode, we can see how that actually goes. I feel kind of bad about these, but I mean, again, you need them anyway for a lot of missions, so it's not the end of the world. Got a lot of grenades, but that's good, because I still need to do Grenadier. I have the key for this, somehow. I don't remember which key it is. Oh, and that's also something, by the way, in this, that, sorry, I don't know what I have to do here. One of the mods, I don't know what it is, has unlimited key uses. I have to mark this? Yes. Well, this was a bit of a happy accident. I didn't realize I needed to mark this. But I do need to do something for the surplus. What do I need to do for that? Obtain an integrated navigation system. So I wonder if it's sitting in one of these boxes. There it is, yep. Now, to my right, basically outside of this building and to my right, is another armored vehicle I have to mark. Okay, yeah, so you can hop out at this manhole cover, but you need to take your backpack off. I'm going to double check. You probably still need it. Yeah, I need to take off my backpack. Or it needs to be a very small backpack. I think there was a setting somewhere. I remember seeing, I didn't change it, obviously, because I thought it was kind of silly. To remove that restriction so that you could just straight up get out, no problem, with a backpack on. And I mean, technically, I don't see why that wouldn't necessarily be a thing. Oh, ammo, I guess. Because, I mean, in real life, realistically, if I had to get out and say, oh no, I can't fit with my backpack, can I put my backpack in front of me? Like, if it was crawling through a vent, and I put the backpack in front of me, and be pushing it along in front of me, so I could take it with me. Or here, like, I'd drop it down below me, assuming it's all safe and dry. Or even hold it up so it lands on me, or I catch it, or anything like that. Do I want to go to the buildings? I kind of need to pass through there. I have to turn on if I wanted to get out in the hermetic door, I have to turn on the power and run there. Or I have to run to D2. So there's no, like, easy way out. Either I take the manhole cover and drop the backpack, or I flip the switch in here and run to the hermetic door. Or go down to D2. I mean, I could go to the Scavlands, the co-op extraction. That might not be a bad idea. Or you can technically wait for the armored train. How do I get to the basement for this? Probably through the stairs. How am I doing for water? I still need more water. Why am I going through all this stuff so quickly? My metabolism allegedly is good. So why does he struggle? Man, that water ration is actually pretty useful. Can I open this? There's a couple different things you have to do around here, huh? This is certainly a map. I think someone has turned the power on. Ooh, a black pond? Oh. You have to kind of like enter around there. So this might just be like, go towards sort of the entrance, so yeah. I was wondering why I'm going so slow. It's because there's literally water here. And the thing above me, like the other green pin, those two would be, that's a reference. In front of me. Hopefully I don't need the key to check this off the list. Good. Where's the D2, I guess? Nope. Also, because you have to watch out for extra campers in live Tarkov, you don't need to do it on PvE or SPT. Like, if I was on live Tarkov, I'd be so careful going around here because people camp, like they'll camp in here. Sometimes they'll hold weird angles here, right? Because you can basically stand in that door, peek all the way out here. They might stand somewhere over here even, right? Got all these doors to watch out for. A lot of doors, lots and lots of places to watch. That's kind of funky. That doesn't look quite right. I actually went the wrong way because this is to the that weather station above me. Let's go this way. I'm gonna heal, but I'm gonna heal down here. Just in case. I know the AI is probably not camping the exit, but like, never know. All these doors are open. I had to open them last time. Like, some people can get their way like up on there. All over here. You have to be so careful. Watch out also on the floor, because tripwires in here and in PvE. The only person you have to watch out for tripwires is if Partisan is running around. But like, I don't know what his chances of spawning are, but like, if people have those, they'll know really good places to put them, like really sneaky places. They might put them there and you might notice them if you're paying attention. They might put them here. But heck, I mean, I'm even done it in Battlefield. Oh, I didn't turn the power on. Oh no. I'm gonna speed this up for you. Okay, so, whoops. You have to be careful when you're doing turning on the power, because there's a chance for rogues or raiders to spawn rather, and those are basically just very beefed up scavs. They're like somewhere between a PMC and a scav. And then there are rogues that exist that I believe are even closer to PMC than that. I'm not fully sure the distinction between the two. So hopefully someone knows better than I do, because lore-wise I'm not super sure. The biggest difference, other than the rogues I know are on, I think they're on Lighthouse. So who gave me? Somebody gave me stuff, and I don't know why. I picked up a proper first aid bin instead of this med pouch. That's like, this is like 3 times larger for the same amount of space. I might sell this. Oh, that's a good chunk of cash, actually. 62,000, I think it's fine. SV98, I don't really care. I'm going to go through and just sort of reorganize this inventory, and I'll sell what needs to be sold and keep what needs to be kept. You know, the typical stuff. Because this is going to get sold. This is also going to get sold. Are these also bears? Yeah, they were all bears, so they'll all get sold. They're not useful at all. For combat experience or anything like that. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. I'm going to turn all these in. If you guys like what you saw, leave a like, subscribe, turn on the bell notification, share with all your friends. Thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you to everyone giving me tips. I really do appreciate it. I'm not sure where I'm going to go next. I might go to Lighthouse, or I might end up having to go back to Reserve. We'll have to see how that goes. Because I'm a couple kills short on Reserve. You know what? I might actually just go Reserve again, just for, you know, just in, out, grab some cool stuff or whatever I need. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.